Hello again, everyone. Welcome to this week's edition of Focus Vandalia. My name is Rich Hopkins. I'm the communications manager for the city, and we're coming to you today from Vandalia Fire Station number 1 right here on Peters Pike. You know, we're just a couple of weeks away from Christmas Day, and this is the time of the year when folks are decking the halls at their house and they're cooking maybe more often than usual. We're checking in with our fire marshal to see if there's some common mistakes folks are making that we'd like for you to avoid. It's the time of the year when families come together to celebrate, but the Christmas season also brings its fair share of potential dangers. Vandalia Fire Marshal Jason Eckert says holiday lights come with some risk.
If you have a live Christmas tree, one of the most important things you can do for it is to, at the very least, water it. So if you don't water, it's going to dry out. It's already drying out and dying from the moment that you cut it, and then it starts to dry out even more so from there. Even if we water, it's still very dangerous. So we got to make sure that we keep it watered, keep it moisturized, do something to take care of that. And where you're putting strands of lights, electrical around there as well, whether that's around the tree or whether it's outside, whether it's around your house, you're stapling it to your roof, whatever you do, we want to make sure that one, you start out with not overloaded circuits. So put enough on one circuit that it's not overloaded. Don't use multiple adapters for one plug. Don't use non-fused plugs. So something that's going to have a reset button on it, like a power strip. When you're running the electrical lines, make sure you're not stapling things, and you're not pinching electrical lines in the door, things that create friction. You put them underneath of a rug, you step on that rug all the time. Just think about those electrical cords. Electrical cords like a garden hose. Anytime you pinch it, you're slowing that force of electricity flowing through there, which is creating friction, which creates heat.
Eckert says another activity that could be problematic is holiday cooking. He says the first rule of the kitchen is to always keep an eye on the stove.
One of the biggest mistakes we see with cooking and cooking fires is you get busy, you get distracted, especially with family in town or something else going on. You're cleaning the house, everything's all going on at the same time, setting the table, kids are running around, all those things are happening. You get distracted from the goal that you were doing, which was making that meal. Also, too, we see sometimes there are celebrations going on, alcoholic beverages being consumed, and people, fall asleep, take a nap, and the cooking's going on. So, regardless of whatever that reason is, that's the distraction. Make sure, first of all, that you're not distracted when you're cooking. Make sure that you have a good clear surface area. There's not combustibles stacked up, things that you've cleaned out of the way, and cardboard and boxes, whatever you have. Clear that stove, make it a good clear area, and also make sure that you've got working smoke alarms in the house. One of the biggest things that typically alerts someone who's cooking that's distracted is that smoke alarm going off. They're not going to smell the smoke. If they're sleeping, they're not going to notice that right away. So if they're in the other room. So make sure you have working smoke alarm.
It's important to remember that this fire station is open 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, and these folks are literally just waiting for a phone call. So, if you see something unusual in your house, notice smoke or a strange smell, pick up the phone and give them a call. You could save Christmas or maybe even a life. That's going to do it for this edition of Focus Vandalia. I'm Rich Hopkins. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.